All right, we're back, and it's now early winter. So this is early winter of the second year, and Cash is getting bigger. Almost looks like you're bigger than me. Fucking A. You're getting
Well,
huge.
yeah, I guess I am, but
It's not like I'm big or anything back. Yeah.
how much money do you make?
Three.
3,200.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
3,000.
am catching up. I'm making 2,400 right now.
Yeah. That's what I. That's good. That's good. Keep making more money. So a
I do
lot of
feel a bit limited by my money, to be honest, because I have to invest so much in my
provinces.
province defenses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same. Because see how much land I have exposed to water? Like these territories, because he's pushing
yeah,
there. All of these territories.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand that feeling. Because fucking Atlantis is annoying. And Atlantis looks like he wants to have a go at you. With 80 dudes
Yeah,
there.
that's partially why I said that, because I had to pump all my money into those provinces there, pretty much.
There's living pillars there, so he's going to try to just swarm over you.
Yeah, that's the problem. Sandro was telling us earlier, like how he's got non-sacred units that we barely can even touch, and that's true. I don't know if anything in my province defenses can even damage them,
The living
which
pillars
is
can't be damaged?
they have like 20 protection or something.
That's
They're insane.
that's ridiculous. He did specifically pick the faction because he said they're very OP. Understandably so.
Like at best, it's my spearmen who can maybe do like 3 to 5 damage at them, maybe, but they still have like 50 health or something.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Honestly, just keep eating. As long as he's losing more territories than he's taking, that's good. My concern is he's going to go for Bay of Plenty because it's the most valuable territory. And it is.
Yeah.
What is that army at Kuna Earl going to do?
Hold on.
Because you've been kind of sitting there for a couple turns with that. And there's a couple guys there, actually. 84
No,
boys.
at Kunoirol, last turn I went there with my big army because I was at like unrest 85 and I wanted to control it once, which I did. So now it's down to like 55. It's still annoying, but I have 2 barbarian leaders there that's gonna deal with that. But my army, I'm just gonna move because I don't think I'll be able to move them anywhere where I can actually join my army at the front. So I'm just gonna go and grab these neutrals
Yeah.
to the left because another thought I had was that, as we said, some of Atlantis units have really high protection. I just looked it up and I think they have like 20 or something. So I was thinking I can build barbarians here. So I might as well maybe build a fort, even though it's right next to my capital.
Barbarians are
Just
barbarians.
and just to be able to get some barbarians because they do hit really hard, and that might help. And they're really cheap as well.
So we're gonna go through the battle reports. I kind of forgot to do that last time, and we'll look at whatever battles are interesting. So there's a battle between you and
And for
the
Moria, which
Hawks.
is Carlin's.
Those Hawks got destroyed pretty well, honestly.
Yeah, they did nothing. They died like instantly. But they did get 6 kills, but it's not very.
Sometimes this game, when capturing, does that little stutter thing. It's annoying. Oh yeah, see they tried to jump on your commander, but again, because he's got guys around him, don't matter.
Yep.
Oh, gotta turn on the standard detailed battle log. I hate how it doesn't just remember that. Yep, and they're dead, and then they ran. So that was good. Because I had a feeling he was gonna like, oh, maybe he didn't garrison his backline. That's the problem with flying units; they can just attack everywhere.
Yeah.
Really big battle here. Now this is Sandro's pretender, I'm pretty sure. Or no, it's not actually.
It isn't.
This unit can enter and exit hostile castles unseen, even when they are completely closed during sieges. That thing is giant, and that's bullshit that it can do that.
Yeah.
Got poison attack.
Quite a bunch of attacks. Yeah.
Yep. So they won that battle, a lot of casualties. we'll go through the big ones. The player ones are the ones that matter now. So as you can see, like, I think, yeah, so he's trying to use the mine thing. Oh, look, he's summoning, like, sharks from everywhere. The sharks allied? No, the sharks are enemies. For everyone? What the fuck? Small shark. Sharks are ferocious animals. Yeah, no, they're attacking over here. What the fuck kind of ability is that?
It might be a spell. Some spells summon units that aren't friendly. They just attack randomly.
Unfortunately, they're attacking his casters, which that sucks. And then there's his god. So he has his god flank around these corners here. And then, or not god. No, it is a god. That's his disciple. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Game wasn't telling me. What the fuck? So he's got a lot of bullshit. Bunch of damage. So that was honestly to be expected. The next big battle is also between Ryla and him. Now, yet again, Province Defense is where these are going to start. Definitely Basel Queen. Sandro himself has played like several test games. Like he is trying his hardest to win this. And I don't think Pfeiffer's really practicing with Ryla, so you definitely see that Sandro's troop formations are much better. Because again, you put in the time and you're going to be better at the game.
Yeah, I think Pfeiffer said this was the first time he's played them.
Yep, and he's not playing in practice at all. Same goes for Sandro. But Sandro's playing test game after test game and just doing a lot of research, asking sketchy questions constantly. And so he's figuring it out, which I wish Pfeiffer would do, but Pfeiffer's elected to just sort of do his thing and not really come.
Well, I think he's doing pretty well overall.
Surprisingly. I'm actually surprised he's doing as well as he is. Yeah, it's this shark cavalry that's going to go around that's going to be the annoying thing. These shark cavalry are actually pretty good. There's like got coral spears, shark skin cuirasses, and they're also kind of not that tough.
Yeah, they do have 2 attacks, which is pretty.
Yep.
But I think a lot of water units do that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but then his army breaks, and then just a complete rout. There's a lot of player battles, and so I'm not too surprised. These giants are tough, but Nerfy basically up to the garrison. Thanks, game, for scrolling the fuck out there.
Yeah, it does that if you're too quick with the mouse.
But yeah, as you can see,
the giants are good, but they're not like
heavy cavalry from Tamelga. I think the cavalry are going to be what does them in.
How much protection do the giants have?
I think I just saw one get lightninged. He's got bronze scale Harburg and shield protection 14. Defense skill of 0 though.
Yeah.
So they're not that effective. And honestly, with range units, like you can hit them. They have no helmets. That is actually very terrible. And you can see that these wounds are starting to stack up there.
I wonder if that's why Arch said that Archer's good. Just because of the giants.
Yep, anything that doesn't have helmets, if you can spam, even slingers, because you just want to hit the head. You're just focusing on head hit chances there.
Yeah. Because against Atlantis, I did not see the use for archers, really. But against the giants, you can definitely see that.
And then he routes, and that's terrible for him, because he's routing away from cavalry, and they're also wounded, I think. Limping, yep. Also, because giants are actually faster, so I think they could almost outrun, but because they're both limping, like they're getting death by 1,000 cuts.
I don't think the giants are faster than the cavalry.
Maybe not. They're speedy boys. Map move 16.
They are pretty fast, but
map move 16. Actually, they're the same speed. Holy shit. Encumbrance 5. I want to see the giant. Encumbrance 5.
Yeah, I think those horses are pretty slow for cavalry.
Yep, they're heavily armored too.
Yeah. I think they're usually around like 20.
Oh, none of them got away. I was curious. Those guys are expensive, so for every one of those you kill, it's a big deal.
It is.
Carlos, I know, tries to downplay it, like, oh, it's not a big deal that I lost 20 of them, as he's panicking. And that's always what this game boils into, a lot of panicking. Not gonna watch that, but Pfeiffer's taking territories he should have taken a while ago. Look at that in a bit. You had another battle, or no, wait, that's that one. We looked at that already.
No,
Then you
no,
attacked
that is another battle. He
Atlantis.
He did attack me twice with
Another bird
birds.
one?
But it's the exact same as the other one.
Okay, won't watch it then. But yeah, so he was hoping that I think he got a little overconfident, thought he could get around you now. Then you had a battle against Atlantis. This one went retardedly well because he didn't bolster the garrison. Not worth watching too much.
Yeah, and I had my
Your disciple.
yeah, plus 21 sacred units. So.
And you summon imps. The nice part is summoning imps is it distracts like half of his army.
Yeah.
And so they're busy fighting imps while your army's just like, meh, don't care. So that was actually pretty good. I have actually recorded a few of your battles when you first got your god back in. You fought some, or no, Arch fought some monkeys, no casualties whatsoever. That is not surprising. It's just painful, honestly, to look at.
Yeah, I'm surprised how much he manages to get done with so small forces.
His troops are really strong. Like, they're scary. Like, against Sketchies, I'm not too worried about Sketchy. I don't think he's too worried yet. Not yet, at least. And then you bought some neutrals, and then one. I had a couple unrest and a lot of money, which was good. So yeah, overall, I'm going to be launching. The biggest thing that's coming for my turn is I'm going to launch my first offensive against Hands. I think I'm going to floor him. I think I'm not going to just floor him. I'm going to rush his capital of Abyssia, kill it, and then turn around and take this, Green Marshes, and then that. That will cut off his head completely. I've bolstered my garrisons to 42 across the board in the front, so if he tries to push in, I'm hoping that that'll just do attrition to him. I don't really expect it to stop him. All I expect it to do is just make sure he can't push too far inside of my country.
Right.
And I'm going to keep ferrying boys to the front. So I'm going to try to kill him as quickly as possible, and then I'm probably going to rush for Sketchy, or rush at least to lock up this here, so he can't get down here, because if I take those, he's stuck dealing with Arch.
Yeah.
But I probably want to put pressure on him.
I think that going in and messing up Sketchy might be a better idea than sticking around for too long to raise Hanse's capital.
Oh, I can't walk past it, because he has leaked to me that he's summoning Drakes now. I have to kill him. The Drakes, what they'll do is his armored boys are going to sit up in the front and block, while Drakes shoot fire over his guys. And because they're heat, they don't really care.
Right.
And so my men will just burn. So he's already summoned a few. I need to rush his capital down, take out that, turn around and capture that, and then just mop up as quickly as possible. Once the mop-up phase happens, I think he's probably going to throw the game and just basically say, like, I'm dead. Which is fair, because once he loses both castles, he really can't recruit. But honestly, he'll probably bolster the garrison as much as he can. Once he's dead, I'm going to move to fight Sketchy. Try to push off the pressure of him. I do expect Sandor to attack me on the coast here as well, but I bolstered everything to 30 to 35 across the board pretty much.
Yeah, I don't think Sandro is really going to be much of a threat for you, because he keeps sending units over here.
He does. I'm expecting him to do something, maybe with this army, try to attack me there. So I have these guys on patrol.
Like, no matter how well he's doing right now, there's no way he can effectively fight you, me, Nerfy,
and Pfeiffer.
And Pfeiffer. There's no way.
He keeps trying to be like, I can attack everyone, but his strategy of attacking everyone is costing him greatly. Not only is he's playing Atlantis, I think I can't stress enough. He should have killed Pfeiffer, or be killing Pfeiffer right now. Instead, Pfeiffer hasn't really lost anything. He's lost a territory he took from him, and Pfeiffer's going around grabbing these to grab as much money as he can, which is good. He should have done that earlier. A little slow on that. He is downplaying the threat. Nerfy is in the water helping too, in the Kalulus, which he has also helped secure those territories there. So I think he's got too much pressure to really attack me. I tried taunting him so hopefully he will attack me. Because again, I want him to overextend. I don't care if he does take a territory. I've got money and territory to lose. He doesn't. And so if he attacks me, that's better for you guys, because that means he's wasting troops and wasting time with me.
Yeah.
So I've been taunting
However,
him.
I do think that what Sandro is doing is mostly a good idea, as long as he doesn't start attacking you as well. Because right now, he's forcing both me and Nerfy to deal with him.
Which has left poor Arch to now handle 2 adversaries on his lonesome. Which is why I'm going to attack during winter, which is honestly probably the best time to attack hands. And it's early winter. Now's the time to attack. So I'm going to attack and start pushing up north here. Because his heat aura has dropped drastically because it's winter. And so now's the time.
Yeah.
And because his heat aura is down, my boys aren't going to get so toasty. So derp him down quickly and as best of I can. And then kill that castle, and golden. Nerfy, on the other hand, I'm hoping we can convince Nerfy to sally forth, because he only has 1 big army on there. So even if he does deal with you, he can't deal with both of you. That's impossible. I think he's trying to open up a front in the south to get you to leave him alone, because he's probably panicking. Because I think he knows he's losing the coastline.
Yeah. I am a bit worried about that little squad he has there. Because if he just if he takes my local defenses, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to stop him from just taking my castle down there.
This one has 50, and you are recruiting from there, correct?
It does have 50, which is a very good thing. And yeah, I am. I'm recruiting the sword soldiers, the best ones I can.
Make sure you have a commander. If you have a commander, set him to patrol. He will then attack with the province defense rather than sit in the castle walls. Might be better, because I think if he takes enough attrition from attacking this, that'd be great.
All right, I'll build a unit there, or a commander there.
Because commanders that are set to patrol province will help with the province defense. That's why I set these guys over to patrol as well, along with this priestess, so she can buff. Because I have white centaurs, and my commander is actually a native-born Kassos guy. He's a human. And so he's leading a bunch of centaurs and of minotaurs, and so priestess set to patrol with the blessing set, so that she'll help. Otherwise, if they're not set to patrol and they're on the castle, they will just sit inside the castle and hide, which is fair.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is only the case when there is a castle. Otherwise, they always fight with the local defenses in the province.
Mm-hmm. The next and couple of last things here. Now we kind of wrapped up us. We don't have Nerfy because Nerfy's on at the late hours these days. Nerfy's looking pretty solid, honestly. He was able to repel Femoria, and he was able to survive. And I think thanks to you, you've taken the pressure off of Nerfy. You've definitely helped with that. Without your push north, I think Nerfy would have fallen, and if he's fallen, he's our god. That's pretty bad. I think that might lead to game, and if that leads to game, then we lost the war. You relieved the efforts there. That's fantastic. I saw your maneuvering. You're going to basically move everything to the land of our lord, and then just regroup your armies into a big blob and try to smash down his army.
Yep. And even if I lose my army here, my capital is just too far away from anyone. I'll be able to rebuild and meet them anywhere, even if I would die there, and I might lose my disciples. So it's fine. Mm-hmm. Whatever happens there, Sandro is gonna lose too much, so he won't be able to compete with what Nerfy has now.
I think with Sandro, he's gonna start losing momentum. I can already feel the steam sort of wearing out. Now the biggest problem is Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, we haven't talked too much about, has an army over here that's going and grabbing these little provinces, which he should have grabbed ages ago, honestly. Even these coasts, I don't know why he hasn't grabbed these little shore ones, which are, look at how pitiful the defenses are here. He could just crawl out of the water and grab them. He should have done that ages ago, but it's getting to the point where it might be too late. He's got a big army here with 226 dudes. He probably could take good water. He probably should launch a defensive just to keep the pressure on. But over here is where I'm concerned, because there's an army of 110 dudes, and there's only 35 defense. Again, I'm betting Pfeiffer's going to turn that up a little bit. But these guys really didn't give a shit. They just sort of fucking plowed through the last one, so I think that's a waste of money.
Well, I don't think he's in any real trouble. Like, his capital is way over there. So at worst, he's gonna lose
Some territories.
provinces there.
And these territories are honestly not making money. They're kind of garbage.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem that comes from Sandro getting over here is behind our back line. Your coast and my coast will now be exposed. But we'll see if Nerfy can help out there.
I believe in Pfeiffer.
He's the only one who does on our team, let's say it that way. Oh.
You're so rude.
It's true, though. Pfeiffer has a Pfeiffer has a history of being a Pfeiffer, if that makes sense. Anybody who knows Pfeiffer is nodding their head like, yeah, no, he's a Pfeiffer, all right. Arch is insane, but he's like, no, let them come. So Arch intentionally... Oh my god, it happened to Nerfy, too. So there's an army that's sieging Arch's fort, which is pissing him off. Random event. That actually happened to Sketchy's fort as well just now, apparently.
Oh.
So that's kind of cancer going both ways. So Arch did not boost defenses in Thadaz and Nifil. He wants Sketchy to come in so that he can block him off. I think he's going to have this army in Grain Gate. I think he's going to try to go for Thadaz, or he's going to cross the river and go straight for Dead Marshes and basically sever the connection between these armies and his capital. And then he's going to try to envelop them and then encircle them.
What he was talking about was just letting his armies in, and then he's going to take the army that he has there, and he's just going to wall straight over into his capital, and then he has enough units left in his own territory to handle what's coming. Because
it's a risky move, to say the least.
Yeah, but you are in a very strong position to defend this game, because the provincial defenses do so much.
And yeah, Sketchy's going to be taking attrition all the way to his capital.
Yep, and he has pretty high defenses in some, like 40 is quite a bit.
I mean, I'm imagining he's going to start buffing these ones to start wearing Sketchy down. Now, Sketchy might wise up, and he might turn around.
Yeah, but he might not.
Sketchy might think that his army's coming down to just attack him at Thadaz.
Yep.
And if he goes around Sketchy's going to be like, what the fuck?
It'll be interesting to see what happens for sure.
So he is going to the Dead Marshes for sure.
Most likely.
That's actually really good. And assuming Sketchy has enough money to burn on Garrison and it's not too strong. But I feel like if he takes even Dead Marshes, he could probably take Rim Mountains, but I think by the time he gets to that Greendale Castle, he'll turn up the garrison. I don't know. Archer's boys are really tough. So who knows? Maybe he can just plow through all of that.
Yeah, I think he's... those shield dudes that he has, I think they're really strong against garrisons because they just take no damage. And then they just end up scaring them away.
Damn. That's pretty good. I think the only last thing to mention in this episode is... So we kind of talked about Sandro, we kind of talked about Sketchy on the enemy team, and we kind of talked about Ketchup. I think Ketchup knows that he has maybe a battle or two before he is dead. Because I think he knows that I'm going to go for Oak Woods and then for Abyssea's capital itself. And he knows if he loses both battles, it's over.
But it is worth noticing, or worth noting, that I think he has quite a bit more provinces than Seeker.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got... Okay, so he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 provinces that I'm aware of. I'm pretty sure he has 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15.
Yeah,
I'm going to say he has a total of 15 provinces. That's quite a bit, but I do know he only has 2 castles. Yes. Basically because... See, we've been cheeky about this. It's been a game of intel. And one thing that the audience is unaware of is every time we're playing, and when after sessions, in between sessions, Sandro will come in and he'll try to act all like, everything's going well. All the time. He does it all fucking time. And so does Carlos, like, it's going well. And then Carlos loses like 4 battles in a row. He's like, Now, Sandro's really good at his poker face. Very good. He's always... But he's over-projecting as always. And so we know he's not as strong as he's leading us to believe. But we basically use it's all about politicking, honestly. Little maneuver and getting people to leak things. Just like leaking the fact that Hans only has 2 castles means that in 2 battles, I can knock out 1 castle, or 3 total. The third would be the siege. And if I do that, he's dead because he only has 1 left. Getting them to leak different secrets, like Carlos leaking the fact that he didn't have any of the north, and now he's just scrambling to grab it because he needs the resources. And that's why his troops aren't on the front line. He's trying to desperately get more money and resources so he can overwhelm you. It gives us time to build up. And Sandro, trying to boast about how much dudes he has and how he's pushing everywhere and is winning everywhere, when in actuality, when you start to look at it, he's actually losing the coastline and he's only retaking some territory. So you learn a bit, well, and people try to project. We do the same thing too. We over-project our strength. I do it all the time. But they're really afraid of me because I've been able to get Hans to really start going like, God damn it, you should have killed Kibs. Because I was projecting quite a bit of power. I was like, oh yeah, I have the entire thing. When I didn't have the entire peninsula, actually, and I had part of it. And then I secured the rest of it. Now I have it, and the coastlines are bumped up. So I'm hoping that Sandro will overextend and try to attack me. I don't think he's dumb enough to do that, but it would be hilarious. Because it would overextend him further. But either way, there's a lot of big things coming. The last one, I guess the person we haven't talked, again, Carlos, he's probably expanding. I haven't seen too many troop movements. He tried attacking Nervi, and he's kind of just not on your front right now.
Yeah, we haven't had any spies there. I have one there now. I am a bit reluctant to move it into his capital because I assume he's going to get found out. So
Yeah.
I might just keep him where he is.
You can see that he's right there in Femoria, right in smack dab middle of all that land. It's hilarious because your spy just confirmed what we were suspicious about. He expanded north, and then he expanded south, forming this massive noodle early game. This noodly empire cut off Sketchy from expanding north. It utterly cucked him into this small spot. And instead of Carlos letting Sketchy get through during the summer, because Sketchy can, to make a little base up here and cover his north while Carlos focuses south, Carlos instead has spread. He tried to attack Nerfi. He tried to attack you. He tried to attack Arch, and it did not work. The one thing, ironically, is he didn't attack me, and I was actually the most vulnerable to his attack because I was too busy focusing on expanding. Had he attacked me, that would have been huge, but he chose not to. And now it's too late. So, yeah. I think that'll wrap up this episode. I think that's everything. Unless you think we missed anything.
No, I don't think so.
All right, well, until next time. Bye-bye.
If we did, we will find out next time.
Yeah.